swallowed star 417 3 years of hellish training. Can you tell me why you've suddenly decided to take me as your teacher even though the deadline hasn't been reached? The Time Sector Lord Luo looked curiously at the youth from Earth. Does it have anything to do with your third brother's match that just ended? Yes. Hong nodded and sighed. Yes, that match made me realize, I didn't expect that in the blink of an eye. My third brother and I had that much of a gap in power. He knew Luo Feng was strong, but he never expected him to be that strong. If I continue on my own isolated ways without the teachings of a teacher, I think the difference between my third brother and I will keep getting larger. I will get left behind even further. Hong shook his head and laughed. Actually, it's not just my third brother. I can feel the stress coming from my second brother too. Ever since he received the inheritance, his strength has been growing at an obviously much faster rate. The Time Sector Lord Luo smiled and nodded. It's good you feel the pressure. How about this, you get ready, then take a universe ship to meet up with me. I'll give you a day's time to say your goodbyes with your family. Okay. Hong nodded. Not long after the Time Sector Lord left, Luo Feng and Thunder God entered. You are here, sit. Hong pointed at the 2 seats beside him. Big brother, what's going on? Thunder God stared at Hong, that founder of the 3-Axe Mountain, the Time Sector Lord. Why did he suddenly come? Didn't he give you 10 days worth of time to think about it? There's still another 2 to 3 days left. Luo Feng looked at Hong, feeling nervous inside. I looked for teacher myself. Hong said. Teacher? Luo Feng and Thunder God's expression changed. You've really decided to go with the Time Sector Lord? Thunder God said nervously, this will be a trip that's at least 20,000 years. Can you imagine what 20,000 years is? Our China's recorded history and culture is only 5,000 years old. In an instant you'll be leaving for 20,000 years. This is simply... We can still meet in the virtual universe. Hong smiled. It's different. Thunder God shook his head. Luo Feng looked at Hong's expression, saying softly, Big brother, have you decided? Hong looked over and nodded, yes. This trip, you won't be seeing Earth for 20,000 years, won't be seeing my home, and you won't be able to smell the air of home for a while. Luo Feng looked at him. Since I've taken this path to reach the pinnacle of strength, what can I not sacrifice? Hong shook his head. My children have long married and I have no attachments. If needed, I can just meet my children in the virtual universe. As for my home, the place that raised me, I'll leave it in my memories. I have to sacrifice some things to gain some. When my wife died and my children married and had their families, the most important thing in my life became martial arts. Wandering the universe, seeing the many weird and peculiar things within, chasing after the pinnacle of life. That's the sort of life I like. Hong's eyes had a glimmer of light. In the vast universe the strong are as numerous as the clouds. My aim is to not just become strong within that universe, but to become one of the most outstanding and strongest. Luo Feng and Thunder God exchanged glances, feeling their big brother's absolute confidence and aspirations. To be able to reach a high level in the path of martial arts, one first had to have an absolute level of aspiration. Only then will he work towards that dream. Second and third brother. Hong turned to look at both of them, laughing. You two should be happy for me. Both of you already have your own inheritance. Can you bear to look at your big brother isolate himself and train alone? Ah, Thunder God was shocked, following which he laughed loudly. Big brother, well said. 30 and I both have our inheritance. You go and follow that time sector, Lord. We will then be able to compare just which of the three brothers will be stronger next time. Bring it on. Hong laughed too. Big brother and second brother, I'll take the lead for now. Luo Feng laughed. You better be careful and maintain your lead, otherwise your second brother and I may just catch up in the blink of an eye. Hong looked at Luo Feng. Thunder God said too, yes, 30, your big brother and I didn't have a good teacher in the beginning. Now that we have proper guidance, our strength will immediately soar, and your big brother's comprehension is incredibly high. I don't have to speak much about it. Hence, you better be careful. If you have the skills, come chase after me. Luo Feng laughed loudly. The three brothers of Earth laughed happily. However, unknowingly, the corners of their eyes were a little wet. Milky Way, Earth, Asia continent, Hongning Base. China time year 2066, July 27th, evening about 5 p.m. The sun had yet to set behind the mountains, and the sky was red. A dark blue disc-shaped universe ship was floating in the air above Hongning Base. The entire dojo of limits, all the upper echelon along with Hong's family had all gathered. After saying goodbye to his family and friends, this special, ultimate warrior of Earth finally left alone in that universe ship. Goodbye. Haha, don't be like that. I'll meet you in the virtual universe. With a laugh, Hong flew into the universe ship. Rumble. The universe ship fiercely accelerated and flew into the sky. Big brother, all the best. Thunder God stood in mid-air, he couldn't help but shout out. Similarly standing in mid-air, Luo Feng raised his head to watch the universe ship leave muttering, all the best. On this day, year 2066, July 27th, the ultimate pinnacle of warriors of Earth Hong took the universe ship and left his home. This trip was going to be a very, very long one. The day of the fourth round of the Genius Duels. After the battle between Luo Feng and Rong Jun had ended, that same day all the other matches had ended too. A total of 625 victors were chosen. As for the other 9375 who entered the losers' circle, they had 3 days of rest before they had to begin a high-density, tedious round of fights. Every one of them had to battle 9,374 times just to get a slot in the remaining 275 of the name list. Earth, Jiangnan Base, Yangzhou City. Big brother is gone. Luo Feng sat on the balcony of his castle. He was lying alone there, lifting a cup of tea. He's gone with that time sector lord to wander the universe. In his mind, he reminisced about every scene from the past clearly. In his ears he could still clearly hear the laughter the three of them shared yesterday along with their vows. In a few thousand years, even tens of thousands of years, we three brothers will compete again. Right, we'll compete. We'll compete, who's afraid? This was the vow of the brothers. Whether it was Hong, Thunder God or Luo Feng, they all walked this path to reach the pinnacle of life itself. And this path was filled with twists and dangers. One could fall easily if he was careless. Peng. Luo Feng put down the cup, his eyes gleaming. Big brother, you work hard and I won't relax either. Babata, enter the virtual universe. Luo Feng split a thread of his consciousness to enter the virtual universe. In terms of consciousness strength, the universe-level golden horned beast's consciousness level was completely capable of splitting apart to maintain consciousness in reality, while the other part was in the virtual universe. Virtual universe, within the slaughterhouse slaughter space. This was a vast space. Luo Feng stood in space. Waha! The demon Babata jumped about and shouted, Luo Feng, the arena duel just ended. You have 3 days of rest, it's only the first day and you've already entered the slaughterhouse, so hard-working. Speak, what kind of opponent do you want me to set up for you? Haha, I love training you the most. I want a spirit weapon. Luo Feng emphasized, a spirit weapon specialized just for flying, it should also be good for twisting about in small spaces. Since the battle with Savage Rong Jun, he had obviously felt his own flexibility and speed was insufficient in the face of the opponent's speed. Ah! You found the weakness? Babata rubbed his chin with his small hand, floating above. He looked at Luo Feng. Luo Feng, are you looking for a long-term or short-term effect? Long-term? And short-term? Luo Feng creased his eyebrows. The little demon nodded. Right, short-term is to increase your nimbleness as much as possible in a short amount of time, requiring only 10 days to half a month. As for long-term, that would mean working from the basics one step at a time, at the same time, picking a spirit weapon that would accompany you for a very, very long time. Long-term. Luo Feng emphasized, I don't lack time. Very well. The little demon pointed his finger and raised his head. Your choice is very wise. Then I'll pick a flying spirit weapon for you. The most suitable for gold and space origin laws would be a level 5 spirit weapon, the Dark Cloud Shuttle. The little demon smiled. Of course, during the beginning, you'll probably not even be able to match up to the soaring shuttle's efficiency. However, there's no rush. I will train you well. How long do you think it'll take for my speed and flexibility to increase greatly? Luo Feng asked. Depends on your comprehension. The little demon said, the higher your comprehension, the comprehension of the origin laws will be faster too. With my sequence of training, I estimate you'll qualify in a year. If your comprehension is poor and you don't work hard enough, even 100 years won't be sufficient. A sequence of training? Luo Feng creased his eyebrows. Hee. The little demon curled his lips and smiled, slowly. What we have is time. I will train you well. From the year 2066, July 30th, the losers' circle matches began. In terms of density, in truth, one had to battle 10 times in a day. With Luo Feng's speed, he was able to finish a match in 1 minute. Hence, every duel may be taxing for his opponents. However, for Luo Feng, he was completely relaxed. After all, he was ranked among the top 10 of the Gonwu Universe country geniuses. As for this loser's circle, including him, there were a total of 49 others who had stepped through the gateway of the origin laws, and of which only 2 were capable of matching up to Luo Feng. Hence, the loser's circle matches were very easy. In fact, they became the grounds for Luo Feng to test his battle strategies. Within the slaughterhouse, it was a large grass patch, and on it was a blur of countless bloodbirds covering the skies and flying towards Luo Feng. Dodge. 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 Don't even touch them. Damn, faster. You have to be fast. This test, there's a possibility of scoring a 100%. The little demon roared. And Luo Feng stood on the black peculiar shuttle spirit weapon. This dark cloud shuttle naturally extended black skin that wrapped about Luo Feng's boots. Luo Feng's entire being had already become a blurry image, dodging constantly under the attacks of the countless blood birds. Chi. 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 As soon as he was hit by one bird, he was subsequently hit by others. When he was hit by 3 of them, rumble, all the blood birds vanished. You failed again. The little demon stared at Luo Feng with his red eyes, roaring angrily, "Continue your basics training. I have never seen you so stupid." With a wave of his hand, immediately the surrounding grass patch vanished, and became a large machinery factory. Within it were many complex apparatus. "Begin!" the little demon roared. Luo Feng remained calm all the while. Babata's words didn't seem to affect him at all. Under Babata's constructed hell training, Luo Feng instead seemed to become even crazier. The little demon's words too slowly changed from the initial stupid, to average, to very weak, and finally, still passable. And the golden-horned beast was spending all its energy on the deities of the world and absolute space, along with the training of the gold origin laws. This way. Time passed, the losers' circle duels didn't take much of Luo Feng's energy. In fact, they became a place to test his strengths. Babata's hell training, however, was something that took up all his energy every day.